Hi Collective, Divine Feminine Channel Tarot here. Thank you for joining me. Cross watchers, you're all welcome, even though this isn't even a zodiac reading, but some of you may be watching for somebody else and think of them when you watch this reading. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about my channel. Drop me a comment. I will respond to you. All right, what's happening? Remember who you are, Collective. Okay, don't let anyone get in the way of your dreams, goals, aspirations. It's a new year, new you. A lot of you want to move forward. Some of you may be realizing that you're outgrowing people in your life, or they just don't really honestly support you or anything that you stand for. And a lot of you are just kind of getting burned out on it. You carry stardust in your bones, your ancestors' wisdom in your blood, and the whole universe in your soul. Know yourself and nothing will bring you down. All right. Looking good. Yeah, like I said, Queen of Cups reverse. This could be somebody that's really close to you. It could be your lover, a coworker, a family member, a really dear friend. And you're just learning the hard way that this Queen of Cups reversed is really someone that you can't count on. They're always kind of the Debbie Downer, or they are someone that plants seeds of doubt in your mind, especially when you share like a really cool idea that you've got. For some of you, you're hanging around with the wrong zodiac signs, if that makes sense to any of you. Like if you're really creative, like an Aquarius, Sag, a Pisces, and you're with somebody that just kind of always puts the kibosh on everything. I'm not going to mention certain zodiac, but there are just some that as an Aquarian I do not really click with. Aries is one of them. They come across way too strong for me. Sometimes I don't get along with Taurus either, even though they're a fellow fixed sign. So, and some Scorpios can be a little difficult for me. So those of you that are kind of like dreamy and creative, this is the type of person that's, putting a damper on everything that you think is fun. So some of you, and they're making you feel insecure. Maybe in the past, Collective, you tried to overgive to this person to try to fix the situation. And, it just, I don't know, you almost became like a martyr in the process where, you were giving up your own needs for this person. And some of you are starting to realize in January that no matter what you do, it's not going to be good enough for that person. Yeah, so you're feeling lucky. You might be buying lottery tickets. Change is coming. Cycles are closing. Fate and destiny is coming in. Luck, fortune, unexpected events. Some of you are realizing that, you know what, I'm not even going to tell so-and-so, that I just won $500 from the lotto. They're going to think I'm crazy. They're going to put me down like they always do, and they don't appreciate, when I've got something fun going on. You could be dealing with somebody that's really, really envious of you and jealous. And Collective, you want to work with people, Three of Pentacles, that are team players, that do the homework. They want to work together with you. They see the world kind of the same way that you do. At this point, we're looking for like-minded people in this world, in the U.S., that is so divided. It's ridiculous. And I would recommend stop watching the mainstream media, because it doesn't help. That's the best decision I ever made back in 2011, was to turn that off. So you'll be a lot happier if you get out in nature, do things that you enjoy, help others, and turn off all the distraction and nonsense, because that's exactly what it is. So yeah, you're looking for folks that you can work with. So a lot of you, this is a career reading, Page of Pentacles. And maybe you're going to form a team, or you're talking with some of your really good friends or like-minded folks. And the three of you, four of you come up with like this really great idea, Page of Pentacles. Sure, it's not going to make you any money for the first year, 6 months, whatever, but you think you've got a really solid idea, and it could bring stability and finances into your life, but you got to start somewhere, right? Yeah. And watch out because Satan is running the planet right now, in case you haven't noticed. I call it the battle of the spiritual battle of good and evil is what's happening. Some people think this is red versus blue, black versus white. You're missing the point, people. It is God versus Satan. Okay? Step back and look at the big picture. The devil is Capricorn energy, so maybe it's a Capricorn that's kind of the downer in your life. Well, that's not practical. Why are you going to do that? Sometimes earth signs can be really stuck in practicality or doing things from a traditional sense. And, you got some way out there in left field kind of idea and you think it's a great idea. So I just wouldn't be very careful who you talk to because not only are a lot of people demon possessed right now, and pay attention to that because I'm not joking. If you're really use discernment and are grounded and are spiritual and rooted in like solid values, you're going to start noticing people that just are not on the same page as you. And you don't need to hang around that. You don't need to be worldly in the world, okay? King of Swords. Wow. Yeah, you may have more than one person too. This is often seen as Aquarius energy, sometimes Libra, but it's also for Gemini. Yeah, this person tries to control you. And again, they put down your ideas. The King of Swords doesn't spare the rod, okay? They're very blunt. They can be very direct. They can be mean, too honest for their own good. And some of you just do not want to hear it. So this could be some kind of an authority figure over your life as well. So could the devil. And a lot of you, like I said, are learning who you can confide in and who you can't. Lovers reverse, Gemini energy. So a lot of you are making a decision or you're hesitating to make a decision, but a lot of you know in your heart and soul, you've got to drop these people that don't support you or they laugh, hey, I'm taking guitar lessons. What? You're 60. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You don't need other people's approval, collective. So really start to be discerning about who you're telling anything. Keep them on a need-to-know basis. Inner strength. Some of you are going to have to exercise inner strength. Some of you are so used to going to these same old people that you're thinking it's still going to work if I always say stand on your head on a Tuesday at 4:32 and 16 seconds at your best friend's house, that this time it's going to be different. A lot of you still need to learn that lesson that, you just can't trust everybody. And again, it's just, excuse me, I've got the hiccups here. It's just going to be best to keep things to yourself. You don't need to tell everybody everything. And that may take a lot of strength for a lot of you. And some of you, to leave these people behind, to cut off this job, to start finding new friends is going to take a lot of strength, and you're going to have to pull yourself up from your bootstraps. Interesting reading. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.